Are you guys struggling on what products to pick? In this video, I'm going to show you guys 5 essential detailing products that I use in my mobile detailing business that's going to help you guys be efficient and also get the job done. Let's get to the video. All right, guys, the first product I want to talk about today is ADS Shampoo Plus, a pH neutral soap that's going to help you guys clean and be highly lubricious. When I say that, it's going to be around an ounce to ounce and a half in the foam cannon and an ounce in the bucket. Let's get to foaming down this vehicle. And then this is a Rane Kovo best budget friendly foam cannon. Now let's get to foaming down the vehicle. All right, guys, so we just finished foaming down the vehicle. The reason why we do foam rinse foam is just to drag all the grit and debris on the surface of the vehicle safely, to remove it, and then after we're gonna rinse it down and foam it again. So with that being said, 30 seconds to a minute, let it sit. Now I'm gonna show you guys what I use for the wheels. All right, guys, the next product I'm gonna talk about today is tire cleaner from ADS right here. So if cars are not too bad, 4-to-1, if cars have a lot more brake dust and a lot more armor on the surface of the wheel, I'll do it 2-to-1. So let's get rinsing the wheel down. So now it's time to spray down the wheel. So now we're going to be using our wheel brush inside. So after that, we're going to use our wheel willy brush right here. And in the barrels and lug nuts. Then I'm gonna get my tire brush right here. Then I'm gonna get my wheel brush again and get in the wheel barrel or the wheel well. Now it's time to rinse it off. So just like that, you got clean wheels. All right, guys, now we're on to the next wheel. As you see, these wheels are non-coated aluminum, so you don't want to put any degreaser on there. You gotta be super careful because it could cause staining. These wheels are super sensitive and also expensive, so I don't want to be damaged to the wheel. So I'm gonna show you guys how I clean this as well. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rinse it off. So after when I'm done rinsing off, you gotta be super careful. I'm gonna spray a little bit of degreaser on this wheel, but not too much because, like I said, I don't want to have the product drip on it and cause staining. That's the last thing I want to do is polish these wheels with my hand. I'm going to agitate the tire. And then I'm just going to rinse it down. Now the next step, we're going to go back to the product number 1, which is the ADS Shampoo Plus. And what I'm going to be using today is this car shampoo. And that's it. That's all I need to clean my wheel right here. So first thing I'm gonna do is grab my wheel willy face brush, agitate the face of the wheel, get the face of the wheel, the barrel, all that. After that's done, I'm gonna come through and hit it with my brush for the inside. And we're just lightly hitting it. Nothing too crazy. And then the next step is rinse it off. All right, guys, so we just finished hitting the rest of the wheels off camera. The car dried a little bit, so we had to refoam it. Now it's time to rinse it down. All right, guys, so we just finished rinsing down the paint. Now it's time to do our second foam. Reason why we do this is to knock all that grit, get all that heavy lifting out the way. Now it's time to foam it down. All right, so we just finished foaming down the vehicle. Now it's time to do our contact wash. So everybody knows we got the flat outs from Shine Supply and how to wash a car, you always start from top to bottom. So start from the top. You don't want to get all that dirt and bring it up. And something about this soap, man, it's super slick and it smells great. I love the feeling of this soap, one of the best soaps out there. It's a little bit more on the premium side. It's around $64 for a gallon compared to something like Pink Car Soap. But what I notice about this soap is that we use it a little bit more less than compared to traditional soaps like the Pink Car soaps. Ideally, I'm gonna use like around four ounces in the foam cannon and like 2 to 3 ounces in the bucket. So I tend to use more product when I'm using the cheaper soap compared to this one. Like I said, an ounce to ounce and a half in the foam cannon and then an ounce in the bucket. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this soap, and would you guys purchase a soap that's $64? It's not too bad compared to like Coach Chemi or the bigger brands out there. It's like on a normal pricing, but love to hear you guys' opinion down below in the comments. And like right now, we're just moving and grooving on this car right here and just working section by section, getting it all dialed in. And one thing you want to do is always have a grit guard in your bucket so you don't have any contamination that you're bringing on the surface of the vehicle. So all I got to do is hit this last side right here, bring it down, and then come through and hit the front of the car. This car right here, I haven't really detailed it as much, but I did put PPF on the hood. And the crazy part about this car is that the owner of this vehicle took it to another detailer. He had water spots all over the PPF, all over the hood, and it took it to a local detailer in the area. I'm not gonna say the name of the detailer, but they took it there, they put acid on the PPF, and it just stained the crap out of it. Some of these detailers out there, they think they know what they're doing, and this guy is pretty chill about it, but that could have cost an average person another PPF job just for the hood. It's around like 500 bucks to get it removed and redone. But this is why I'm making this video, to educate you guys on products for one, and two, to show you how we do it and to be more educational about these products. So let's get to the other side of the vehicle. So now we're moving on to the other side of the vehicle, and same process from top to bottom. But yeah, that's a story that I wanted to tell you guys about that other detailer. But right here, we're not trying to bash any detailers out there. We're trying to educate them more than anything. So drop your comments down below if you guys feel comfortable on what is the worst thing that ever happened to you when you're detailing. Love to hear it in the comments down below. We all had those days, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm perfect, where I had a couple incidents. One time I was detailing a vehicle and the lady didn't move her car. There was like some oil leak and I slipped on the oil. My knee went right into the paint and I had to get that done, or I would say I had to get the dent popped out. So at the time being, I charged the client around like $250 ideally, and then to pop out the dent was like $260. So I kind of lost money, and that day really sucked. But yeah, drop it down in the comments below. All right, so now we're on the back side, getting all dialed in. And it didn't take me that long to wash this vehicle compared to bigger cars. My last video, we washed a really, really big car, and it took me about, like, I would say just for the exterior, around 50 minutes ideally, just to wash the outside of the car. Not too bad though, but compared to how it was a lifted truck. And another thing too, if you guys are detailers, what are the top 3 worst cars to detail? I want to tell you guys mine. One is going to be the Cybertruck. A lot of people might ask you, or ask me, why the Cybertruck? So the Cybertruck is very boxy. The doors are really heavy. So if you're working on an incline, a lot of detailers that are mobile know what I'm talking about. Like say if I'm working on a hill, those doors are super heavy, for one. Two, that windshield, man. That windshield is a pain in the butt to clean. Has a lot going on, and it's just really uncomfortable for you to clean that vehicle. The next one I want to talk about is going to be called, let's see, that Toyota Sienna. Everyone knows the soccer mom car, and those cars are usually really bad, really, really, really bad. Another thing too, I would say, what's a famous one? I'm not too sure, but drop it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your guys' opinion. So we just finished hitting the vehicle. Now it's time to rinse it off. All right, guys, so we just finished washing the vehicle. Now it's time to dry it off using an Eco Blower. Let's get to it. So we're gonna be drying out the rest of the car using the GOAT from the House of Rags. Just gonna run my towel over the vehicle, let the towel do its work. And the cool thing about this drying towel, it's super plush, and then also it picks up water effortlessly. We just finished drying out the vehicle. The next thing I'm gonna do is protect the paint. What I like to use is ceramic spray from Armor Detail Supply. So I got this one ready to go. The cool thing about this product right now, it's super durable and slick, and you only need one spray per panel. I know some ceramic sprays out there, they do a couple spritz per panel. You start to have a little bit of streaking or high spots. I haven't had any issues with streaking or high spots with this yet, but dropping it down in the comments below if you guys ever use this product. So let's get to getting the vehicle all dialed in. One spritz. Now we're gonna hit the fender. And the cool thing about this one, like I said, I don't have any streaks. Also, it smells great. But the one thing I like about this product is that once you apply it on the surface of the vehicle, you can feel the slickness on the surface. Some detailing sprays out there, I had one from Stinger, and I wasn't a big fan of the Stinger one because there was no slickness, but it had great hydrophobic properties, and which I found that was a little weird. But if you guys ever use ceramic spray from Stinger, drop it down in the comments below. Maybe I got a bad batch. And the cool thing about this car, once you get it all cleaned up and dialed in, this car just pops because of how clean it is. And then also we're using that ceramic spray that gives a great gloss. Almost done protecting the vehicle. But going back to Technician's Choice, I want to say the price, you can't beat it. It's a great product, don't get me wrong. I love it. It's cheap. That's why everyone likes it, because it's cheap. But as far as durability goes, I feel like this is going to outperform Technician's Choice. And I feel like it's a little bit more slicker, and I use less product compared to Technician's Choice. But everyone has their own kind of style. Once I was introduced to this product, it was a little bit more on the premium side, but once I started using it, one spray per panel, I started understanding, oh, I can save more money compared to using something like Technician's Choice. I've been using this bottle for quite some time, and I haven't really been putting a dent into it compared to Technician's Choice. I do 2-3 sprays per panel, sometimes cut it, dilute it 1-to-1. Great product, but like I said, I feel like I use more. But let me know what you guys think. I'll be hitting the hood. Getting all glossed up and ready for the summer. I like working on gray cars because you see a lot of pop to it compared to other vehicles. White vehicles are not as satisfying because it's pretty white. Black is pretty good as well, but I like cars to have a metallic flake on it where it gives it a better pop. Now we're just gliding around the paint. Like I said, look at this. I think this slides right off compared to other ones right there, like other ceramic sprays. All right, guys, so next thing, high clean glass. I'm using 91% alcohol diluted 4-to-1 and 15 milliliters of rinseless wash. Reason being, with that rinseless wash, it creates slickness. I don't know if you ever used rubbing alcohol before, but using it straight with water, you're gonna start to get, like when you're doing the windshield, you get caught, your towel just falls apart. Like say for instance, if you have it at all forces, it just slides right off because there's no lubrication when you're using it. So that's the reason why we use 15 milliliters of rinseless wash. So I'm gonna show you guys how I clean the glass. I do a couple spritz per panel or per glass. I work my product in And then I'll flip over my towel. And just like that, I got clean glass, streak free. And honestly, the one that put me on this kind of formula, I would say, would be watching Armor Detail Supply. I use a lot of rubbing alcohol in my detailing business, but I always tend to come back and forth, but I feel like there was something missing. And with that 15 milliliters, it's gonna give you guys a little bit more slip to be more easier on the vehicle. So now we're just gonna clean the glass. And once you use this kind of formulation, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I used to use Shine Supply Sunshine, diluted 4:1, great glass cleaner, but it wasn't too expensive, around $34. The thing about Shine Supply, it's very limited on territory, so I would have to go like 30 minutes away to go pick it up or order online. I just don't have time. I feel like using the rubbing alcohols to be more accessible and easier to get, because it's on every corner of the street, compared to something like Shine Supply, where it's just, you have to go to certain places, and I'm not a really big fan of that. So that being said, let's finish off this glass. And you just follow the same process, box out your glass, and then after just buff it off, and you have great clean glass ready to go. So the next thing I'm gonna show you is the next product, how we shine tires. Let's get to it. All right guys, so we got the wheels all clean and dialed in. As you see, this is more on the grayer side on the wheel. It's because we stripped off all the brownie using a great degreaser or tire cleaner. So the next thing we're gonna be using is called Tire Plus from Armor Detail Supply. And this one's ready to go. You don't have to dilute this one, but a little goes a long way. What I have to do is prime up my brush first, and then I'll just start working it in the tire. And the cool thing about this one, it's a water-based dressing. It doesn't have any oils or anything like that, where it's gonna be slinging all over the vehicle. And also, it's gonna be building up over time. So one thing about this brush though, you do have to prime it and get it all dialed in. And as you see on this tire, it gives it a nice gloss to it. I'm a big fan of this tire shine. I do like Shine Supply's decked out, but considering I'm using a lot of Armor Detail Supply, I kind of just want to go with the whole lineup. But drop it down in the comments below. What do you guys think? I think right here, it gives it a great gloss. And check it out, looking good. All right guys, so this is gonna be the tire shine from Armor Detail Supply. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about this? Great gloss, great shine. Drop it down in the comments below. All right guys, so the next product and last product I want to talk about is Rinseless Wash from Detail Co. called Nemesis. Great rinseless wash. This one is diluted 256:1, so 1 cap per gallon. And what I like to use it for is my detailing spray for the door jambs. I like to mist it and just wipe down my door jambs. If there's a lot of grit or whatever, or any dust, I like to just take it off using Rinseless Wash. But drop it down in the comments below if you guys like to use Rinseless Wash, and what is your favorite Rinseless Wash out there. This one's a great one. I have Hero from Armor Detail Supply in the store, but I'm gonna be using Detail Co until I'm out. I don't want it to be something where it's just all strictly Armor Detail Supply, even though I like the brand. But like I said, drop in the comments down below, what is your favorite Rinseless Wash? And other than that, let's get to hitting the rest of the door jambs. All right guys, we just finished hitting the whole vehicle, only using 5 products. Let me know in the comments down below, would you guys use these products, or would you guys suggest other ones? The one thing I want to add is an all-purpose cleaner. This one's from Armor Detail Supply called Clean. It's a citrus all-purpose cleaner. You can use it for the interior and exterior of the vehicle, multiple applications, bug off. You use it for the wheels, use it for a pre-wash, you can use it for the carpets, you can use it for cleaning leather, and much more. But let me know what is your favorite all-purpose cleaner down in the comments below. And other than that guys, we're gonna be wrapping up the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.